Hi, let's choose again. I am coming to tell you that I had so many people reach out to me, and we just talked about these early childhood memories that were bubbling up in their systems. The first time their mom told them that food was going to make them fat, to suck in when they take a picture. All of these little memories were surfacing in people because we had triggered something in their subconscious memories that they realized, okay, I am having my program running 24/7. And that is the first step. Your subconscious mind runs 95% of your program. Whatever the conscious moment was that your conscious mind could not process through, it just stuffed it back in the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind doesn't know what is true or false. It just knows code. So if someone said these things to you and you had an emotional hit from it, that is going into the code that is running your program. Once again, 95% crazy. So we need to become conscious of the program. That's our first step. Wake up, because that is what's running you, which is pretty scary if we don't know we're ran by it. So how can we help ourselves? We can know that there is a program running, and let's begin to be aware of it. So our actions, all of these responses that just fly out of us, what is our program? The other thing is, I had a lot of people come to me and tell me that there is a subconscious program that they're running with food. So now we have our relationship to the things that we tell our body, and then a correlation to food. Now, first of all, I want to say that you are so powerful when you are running your code, when you're writing your code and running the code every day. You are in charge. You are your captain of your ship. So anything you are saying about yourself or anything else, because so within, so without, the subconscious mind does not know that anything that you are saying on the outside is about anyone else. It is just writing code. She's fat, he's ugly, she's this. All of those things are internally coming back as a mirror to you because you are your universe, and everything is just mirrored back to yourself. That is why love you, thy neighbor, because the neighbor is you through the subconscious lens. So once again, waking up to the program, waking up to what code you are writing, because you are writing it all day long. And with that being said, we have feelings come up in our body. We are energy, we are frequency. Feelings are going to arise. That is part of this life experience. So when a feeling arises, one thing that always happened to me is I would instantly attach a thought to it. And that thought really came from deprogramming of I'm fat, I'm unworthy, I need to fix myself. So not just being able to have a feeling, I would attach it to so much narrative and so many stories that then instead of just processing the 30-second feeling, inviting it, upgrading it, welcoming it, I actually chased the story outside of my body. And what that usually looked like was resisting food, playing a game, guilt, shame. And if I finally fell face first into a bag of whatever, then I would have guilt and shame. That was days of that. And then I would go and be like, oh my God, what next? What diet is next? So I was in this like full looping cycle of outside of my body fixing, which never led me back to self. It never led me into abiding in a place that was safe inside myself. And that is also where the subconscious program, I kept on telling it, I kept on writing code that I was not okay and I needed to be fixed. With the power at B, then I just kept on experiencing that because I was not steering my own ship. So just going through that, the nervous system needs to be calmed. The nervous system of feelings, that frequency, the bubbling of emotions, it needs to be welcomed. Those emotions are here on purpose. They have come into your existence because they needed to be healed. So if anyone comes up to you, and if anyone gives you an emotion, if anything triggers you, that is a thankful moment, which sounds weird, but honestly, it is just a stimulus to show you what needed to be healed in your body. And if we don't have the safety inside our body to sit with that, to alchemize that, then we're still going to be chasing outside of ourselves all of the time. So just to go back, be aware of the program. Be aware that you are frequency and you are going to have emotions arise. Take away the meaning. Stop chasing and putting levels and levels of story above those feelings. Hold those feelings. When you are in that feeling, welcome the feeling. Because if you push the feeling away, you actually create this sense of friction between you and the feeling, and it is going to get worse if you invite that feeling. But the stories are crazy. I'm surrounded with athletes. When athletes are before a game and they start to have negative thoughts come up, oh, no, I'm so worried, I'm so scared, what if I play bad, I'm not blah, 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 blah. So with that being said, instead of going into that story, if they can go in and welcome that emotion, this is here, I can be with this feeling, I welcome this emotion, and they start to label it. Wow, I have a lot of anxiety. That's welcome too. Wow, I have a lot of fear, without attaching the stories, the fear, the future. When you are in the now, and you can hold yourself in the now, that is Christ consciousness. When you go to the past experience or your future self, you are in the ego. And that will always be in your beta brain waves, in fear, primal fear, running away from the dragon, running from the lion, whatever it is, you will be in fear. But if you come back and you abide, this is your safe place. When you allow everything from the outside world to tell you how you are going to feel, then you have no control anymore, because there's a lot of things outside of here that is going to determine an emotion. Your safety is in your body. That is your set point, and you need to practice going into that. So when we have hours and times in our day to go in and reprogram ourselves, exit out of this consciousness. Go into a place of relaxation. Start to envision yourself with how you are, how you want to feel, what you want. Those are your times right when you wake up. Right when those brain waves, we don't wake up and pick up our last bullshit from yesterday. We wake up into this quantum realm in the now and choose differently. When you go to sleep, 20 minutes of envisioning your next version of yourself, because you don't want to default to the program that someone just imprinted in you. This is like not even by choice. You want to be sovereign. I truly am going to go out on a limb here. And I feel like women are being distracted from their power, because we are so incredibly powerful. But this attraction to fixing ourselves, looks, beauty. Now we're advertising to younger and younger children about skincare, makeup, different lines are being made. I do not want children to think they need to start fixing themselves at a very early age. I want children to have an experience of youth and the program of freedom. That is why the Bible says, act like a child again, because as we get to be adults, we become so rigid in these thought systems, in these programs, that we don't even question anymore. We don't even question what the program is. We just abide. And so as women, I want our mastery to shine. I had phone calls about people who are in groups and the negativity and the way women talk about each other. We are not going to base a collective on shitting on ourselves to each other. We are better than that. We are masters. I want all of us to come to a level where our main focus is just what we are experiencing. Like I said, because I'm with athletes surrounded by these young girls so much, I want these women to be fully in the gratitude and appreciation of having an entire experience. I always wanted to be on the beach without be on the beach thinking about my body, be somewhere else and thinking what I should do for my body. I want all of us to live fully in an experience in a body, through a body, but only appreciating the sensories of the body, the taste of food, the touch of a loved one, just the air, seeing these trees in spring. Like all of these things are such gifts that we get to experience. But the true sense of us is we are consciousness. We are complete intelligence. Intelligence is so vast and so much love. It needed to come into these different forms to experience itself. But that's it. But that also means that we are not a drop of the ocean. We are the ocean in a drop. We have every single thing of greatness in each one of us. We are the same, and we need to lift each other up. We need to set the bar so high. I want us to be masters together. We are on this ride together. And this does not mean that we don't exercise and express ourselves and love ourselves. We all know what is going on in the mind. We know when we are looping. We know when our bodies are contracting. You could be a top model, a movie star, the best athlete, and if you're in the experience and you're fully in the experience, I'm so happy for you. But if you're in the experience and you are shitting on yourself and you are all over the place, that means you are not writing code. A little bit about your eyesight. You see 0.003 out of these eyes. What gives you the meaning of what you see is what you believe. The chemicals of your brain are getting messengers through what your lens of life is. You are projecting out in this life your belief systems, and you are getting your sensory mechanisms back into your mind, telling your brain what to see. You're not seeing the beauty. You are only seeing your beliefs about yourself. This is powerful because you have so many more versions of yourself to up level to, but you can't do it if you don't start programming yourself. Do not fall back to default into systems, scrolling, mindless eating, mindless TV. You need to navigate yourself, navigate your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind only code. It is just so within, so without. It doesn't know if you are narrating and navigating. It only says okay and writes the code. So what we need to be outputting is gratitude, love for self. And this might sound too Pollyanna for you because we just fall back and we just go back into complaining. But mental mastery is about vigilance. It is about determination. It's about noticing. It takes skill. It takes presence. It takes practice. So all I want for us is to start right now and realize that we are the power. We've been given the power. I am that I am. And let's utilize that together. Let's go in and take moments during the day to reprogram yourself. Write in your journal what you want. Write in your journal what you are. You cannot have anything in this world unless you have it from a frequency of sitting in the chair of already being and knowing it. And you have to do that by faking it till you make it a little bit. You need to have some faith in yourself, but you can't do it if you keep on writing the shitty program. You've got to start writing what you desire and who you truly are. Don't let someone who just programmed you in their default ways determine the rest of your life. I am with you. I am not going to just go with the herd, with the masses in default programs. I am going to master my life. I am going to keep on going. And that begins with me in my own altar, in my own heaven, my sacred space inside my body. And then I am going to begin programming myself to my future reality, leveling up, leveling up, leveling up. I want you to raise the bar for yourself and for all of us. Let's do this together. We can't have two masters. We can't follow the program that we've been given and our higher self. So we need to choose right now. Let's choose again together.